Hi guys, welcome to the Very Big Comedy Quiz Friday night edition, brought to you by the fabulous She Cooks people. It's nice to see you all, nice to be here. I'm going to turn down my lighter hint in a second or so, but I think first it's important that we chat to you all. I hope you've all had a great week. I hope you are having a fabulous time of your life. I hope everything is wonderful. Some of us are enjoying an extra bit of school holidays. I don't know if it's an extra bit of school holidays or not. It counts as an extra bit of school holidays, I'm assuming. But there's also a holiday from homeschooling, which makes it much easier in life. It's great to do such things. Wow, the lights have been turned down. It's a bit romantic now. Tonight's quiz is themed 80s pop culture. Do you know why it's themed that? Because it's themed that way. So that makes complete sense. Before I even carry on, I think I must introduce my co-host, the wonderful man. He was a voice that we all heard throughout our lives. He used to do the Top 40. He's been on every major radio station, including the one he's currently on, which is a fabulous station, which we all know, especially if you live in Joburg. It's the wonderful Hot 919. And I would like to introduce my co-host, who I'm sure you already know who he is, one of my favorite people in the industry, ladies and gentlemen, Mark Pilgrim.
Hello. Hey. Hello. Hi, how's it? There you are. Let me turn you up. Hang on.
How are we doing?
Let me turn you up. I don't want to turn you on. I want to turn you up. There we go.
Oh, you want to turn me on a little bit, though. You should. You should want to turn me on. It's a good thing to do.
Not that how's it, my friend? Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
It's wonderful to have you. It's nice. I'm glad you wore a nice tight white shirt as well. Most of my clothes.
I'm in my jammies. No, I'm in my. I'm in my jammies. I'm in my jams.
Oh, well done. You know, well, that's a bit. What's the word? Presumptuous, but you never know. Like, people still assume we're in different houses. So,
you know, isn't it? It's just what we do now on a Friday night. You know, in this industry, normally as entertainers, we would be. This is our working night, but these days we're in our jams.
Well, yes. Well, I'm not in my jams yet. I'm still sort of not in my jams. I just want to check something quickly here. Yes, we could. Yes. So.
Come say hi. Come say hi.
Your shirt looks. Who is saying hi to you? Hello.
This is my daughter Taylor Jean. Hi.
Hello, Taylor Jean. How you doing? I'm your illegitimate brother. Has your dad dropped? No, she's not even.
No, I've got an earpiece. She can't hear you. Oh, can you? Is it bleeding through? I must be going deaf. I must have this cranked up so loud that she can hear.
Well, hopefully she hasn't been sent into a flurry of depression, thinking that she has an illegitimate brother that looks like me.
Cable. Sorry, dad mode. Sorry.
No, that's fine. You do that thing.
It's one of those things where she's walking away with an iPad, but the cable is still attached. Anyway.
This is, I must say, this is a long way away. There was a time, I hope you don't mind me saying this, there was a time where you were the owner of a popular night spot called Night Fever, or Fight Beaver, as some people refer to it. And we would be in a completely different setting together, enjoying shooters at a bar. So this it is slightly different from those days.
Ever so slightly. I can safely say my carpet here is less sticky, because that was always a constant at Night Fever. You walked on a sticky carpet. But yes. Good memories. That was 15, 16 years ago.
Yeah, you don't have to scrum to get to a drink either, which was always the case there as well.
Speaking of, cheers.
Oh, well, cheers. Yes. Cheers. I'm glad to see you still are in the beverage.
I'm going to nurse it because the stock is quite low. So, in fact, you can't even get grapes at Woolies at the moment, because normally I'd just stare at grapes and hope they would spontaneously ferment, but you can't even get grapes at Woolies. The unfermented type.
You get powder. You get bag in a powder. Somebody was telling me powder in a bag, not bag in a powder. and then you mix it with water, and it ferments and does the thing all by itself, and you get fabulous ginger beer.
Sounds like what
Just
they do in the prison.
It's very different what they do in prison. Yes. So tonight's quiz is 80s pop culture, and as I said, I'm not sure why it's 80s pop culture, because I'm sure we're both far too young to remember the 80s.
I was a young lad. You were, and you're younger than me. So
I think so.
My baby photos were black and white, and it was not by choice.
Yeah. No, mine were in color. Mine were full color, and my ginger glory was on display for all who cared. But so they say if you can remember the 60s, you probably weren't there. What would the equivalent saying of the 80s be?
Oh wow. I think to be an 80s baby, you've got to really know what it feels like to have shoulder pads as a guy. And
yeah.
And I mean, I suppose I'm kind of you got the jacket which is rolled, sleeves rolled up.
Now look, I made
the Don Johnson look.
I made some fashion mistakes in my time. I will admit, not frequently, but tonight I will, that I owned a pair of green jeans and a pair of mustard jeans. But even that pales in comparison to some of the early 80s, like weird shit that they did. Like,
well, I remember,
it was so bad it hasn't even been brought back.
Well, just give it time. Stonewashed jeans, hey. I had a pair of stonewashed jeans, and they were
weird sort of.
They were set up at the belly button.
And the mullets, and like you say, shoulder pads. Like the 70s made a comeback with bell bottoms and all of that kind.
I used to wear colored bangles as well. Now they're all kind of earthly colors, but back in the 80s it would be neon orange and green and yellow.
Well, yes. And did you have a mullet? I'm trying to picture it.
No, but I did have hair, which is
Me too. I didn't brush it very well, to be honest. So
look, I still have hair. You just, I'm sitting on it.
It's here. Just go with that.
Yes, it's here.
Yeah, you were going to refer to your nether regions, but you do have hair on your face.
I used to watch Oprah. I used to watch Oprah. Oprah once said, "Boys, hedge and trim, you gain an inch."
Fair enough.
Well, now we all.
Thank you, Oprah.
Well,
and she also said your poop should, she said your poop should be S-shaped when it comes out as well.
Hey, well, I'm glad I never spent too much time watching Oprah then. So before we continue, once again, thank you very much to She Cooks, who have sponsored this evening's quiz. She Cooks, for those of you who are too busy at this point in time to cook regular meals, She Cooks is a wonderful home-cooked meal that she'll do for you and deliver it to your house, and all you need to do is warm it up in your oven. Yes. So for those of you who've never played before, here are the rules. Firstly, hello to all our regulars. That's Erica, that's the Garage Doors, that's Team Swim for Sadie, etc., etc. And then for those of you who are joining us for the very first time, here are the rules. You don't put your answers in the comment section. This is of vital importance, because if you put your answers there, then everybody can see them. So don't put your answers in the comment section. Secondly, it's not really a rule. It's part of that same rule. What you do is you write your answers down on a piece of paper. At the end of every round, we will give you the answers, and then you can mark your answers and give yourself a score. The place where you write that score is in the Google document that is pinned in the comment section. So it's the very first comment. It's also pinned in the comment section. That is also where you'll register your team. So if you are playing for the first time, click on that link and register your team on that Google document, and that's where you'll put all your scores, and you could win a prize. If you are still with us at the end of the quiz, you stand in line to win a wonderful prize from She Cooks as well. What's next?
That's the prize?
That is the prize. It's a piece of paper. You stand to win this piece of paper from She Cooks. So thank you, She Cooks. No, it is, you can win 4 delicious pies. That's 2 times trinciato and 2 vegetarian pies, being spinach and feta. Both ingredients in the same pie. And also you can win 1 liter of minestrone soup. So it's rave reviews. I can vouch for it. They are very delicious. Everything from She Cooks, they're amazing. So that's what our lucky draw winner wins tonight. Then the next rule is no Googling. If you are Googling in a quiz where the only prizes are made up by me and Mark at the end of the quiz, then you are only satisfying yourself. And Mark Pilgrim, what do you call somebody who only satisfies themselves?
Satisfied.
Satisfied. See how PC he is. Mark Pilgrim has said fuck before in his life. I'm just going to put it out there. For those of you wondering, he has. When he stubs his toe, if he's not on air, he goes fuck.
I actually said it live on Mbed once as well by mistake.
Was that in Big Brother when somebody showed the sign that said Leanne stole the forks or something?
It actually wasn't Big Brother. It was the finale of season 1, and they had me abseiling down the side of the building, which I'd never done before in my life. And it wasn't just a house; it was a 4-story building, and the lower floor looked like a house. And I was like a squashed bug on a windscreen as they lowered me down on the rope. And in rehearsals, there was no dialogue, so I assumed the mic was off, and I said "fuck," and my mic was live.
Well, I watched it and I didn't notice, so it's all good.
Okay,
I was
good.
Still remembering Shower Hour. Which season?
Oh.
Were you watching Irvin?
Oh, of course. Who
Swerve.
was it?
So everyone, because he was the tripod.
Oh, I did not know that. I was just joking about watching Shower Hour, but I will take your word for it.
We were reminiscing about
just
Big Brother on the radio, actually, just 2 days ago with Ferdinand Rabi, who did a poo in the garden, and everyone was talking about it. Bad Brad, who put a fist through the cupboard. There was that school teacher, Janine, who liked doing phallic things with a cucumber.
I remember that. I do remember that. And of course, in season 2, there was Rabin Harduth, who's still a very good friend of mine to this day.
Rabin's a good lad, yes.
He did things in a sort of vault with a lovely lady called
not Irma. What was her name?
the Afrikaans girl.
Yeah. And then the winner of Big Brother 2 married my girlfriend.
Yeah. And of course, very famous now, being the winner of Big Brother 2. Who was that again?
Yes, that's right. We were trying to remember that the other day on the radio as well. Richard's Cayman.
Yeah. So obviously,
maybe he's watching. Hi, Richard.
Ferdy did Ferdinand Satura and released the CD that was terrible. I'm sure he's a lovely man, but his CD was terrible. And I just recall being at many places where he'd like force it on the DJ. Yeah, play my CD. Anywho, all right. So
We have a joke.
we have a joke. Who's giving us a joke? Okay. What is a developer's favorite type of tea? It's Earl Grey. Earl Grey. I actually had to grimace because I didn't get it at first, and then I was like, "Oh, you're such a terrible person." I'm not getting that. So that's a developer's favorite type of tea from Zeta, from Team Swim Sadie. They always give us amazing jokes. But we're 15 minutes in, and I feel we should crack on with the quiz. Are you ready, Mark Pilgrim?
I am ready.
Now, just keep in mind, you don't answer these questions yourself. You're just here to discuss them with me because you're an expert in the 80s, apparently, because you were in your late 20s when they happened. That's
with a head full of hair. I was in my teens, but thanks.
It's fine. I wasn't even born yet. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay. So, question 1, section 1. What was the name of the first space shuttle that lifted off in 1981? Now, I need to clarify here. Was it the first space shuttle in 1981, or was it the first space shuttle ever? What's the difference between a space shuttle and like a rocket?
A shuttle had people.
There was a spacecraft that took people to the moon in 1969, if you remember. There was quite a famous guy called Neil Armstrong.
Well, listen, that was the anniversary of that was just about 3 or 4 days ago.
What, the moon landing?
The moon landing. If the moon landing ever happened, it was on the 20th of July, 1969.
I'm quite certain it happened. I once met Buzz Aldrin whose life is cut because he wasn't the first guy. Nobody even remembers him. And he seemed to, I asked him if it was genuine, and he said it was. So why should I not believe
Where did you meet him? At the premiere of Toy Story?
No, that's Buzz Lightyear. Different guy. No, you know that those random corporate things that you do, and it was for a massive. I don't want to give them any free publicity to the 18 or so people that are watching. It was a medical aid company, and they were doing a thing for their management, and the theme was Reach for the Stars. And then they figured, what better person to promote Reach for the Stars than a person who flew to the moon?
And how many members' premiums were used to bring him out here?
I don't know, but all I know is his fee was a lot bigger than mine.
Maybe he hedged and trimmed.
In fact, I even changed my theory to stop reaching for the stars, trying to reach for Buzz Aldrin's appearance fee, which I haven't achieved to this day, to be honest.
Okay, so from what I can gather, when they went to the moon the first time, they used a lunar module. So it was one of those things, the rockets that came apart, whereas a space shuttle is hold on, I don't even know if I'm giving you the answer here.
Do we give clues? When are you going to reveal the answer? When are you going to reveal the answer here?
At the end of section 1. So side notes.
Never mind. So it's shaped like an aeroplane.
In his motivational speech, Buzz Aldrin told us all how it actually ruined all their lives, and none of them were ever happy again, and Neil Armstrong became an alcoholic. So reach for the stars, guys.
Wow.
So that's question. Yeah, I was like, he got paid $1 million for that. What was the name of the first space shuttle that lifted off in 1981? So now that I've got everybody super psyched. Question two.
Do we give clues? Do we not give clues?
Yeah, no, not for that one. Too easy. It's too easy.
Okay.
If it's really difficult, we can give a clue.
Because I think we haven't spent enough time on the question.
Yeah, it's been like 3 minutes.
Okay, move on.
Me slagging off Buzz Aldrin out of pure jealousy. In 1983, the US's first commercial cell phone was released. The Motorola Dynatac 8000X. How much did it weigh? So the very first commercial cell phone. How much did it weigh? I'll give a clue here. A hint more than an iPhone.
Trying to remember. What was your first phone? I think mine was a Nokia.
Mine was actually also a Motorola. It was one of those ones where basically you had to pull the aerial up, and then the battery came off, and then you put it in this massive charger. The battery was like huge, and you put it in a charger for about 2.5 days, and then you could talk on it for like one conversation.
Yeah, I think you were an adult in the 80s. Because my first phone was a bit more modern than that.
No, I wasn't as rich as you. We didn't have that 5FM money. So, yes, and you had to still do the thing, and it was cool. But
can I show you
my belt? I'm not sure what you're going to show us now.
My elephant.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Wow, hold on.
Yeah.
Deborah Isaacs is asking if we want grams or kilograms. We will take grams, kilograms, or even pounds, Deborah. Yes, but if you got the first cell phone released in 1983, here's an interesting question. Who are you going to call? Like other cell phones, there was none. All right.
Sony Ericsson. My first phone was a Sony Ericsson. It wasn't a Nokia.
Well, good. That's put a lot of us out of our misery now because we're all going, I'm sure it wasn't a Nokia. But you did have a Nokia at some point, and you played Snake on it, sis.
I did enjoy those Motorola Razors. Those ones which the clam ones. There was something so fulfilling when you finished the call and you.
I had an Ericsson like that, and I used to flick it open because I thought I was cool, and then Chabs used to shout at me.
Yes, because he had it up until 2 years ago.
Yes. Anywho, gosh, my glass is empty. Olivia Newton-John's, this is important because this is question 3. Olivia Newton-John's Physical was the most popular song of the 80s. What was the second most popular song?
You're saying that's the most popular one of all, the entire decade?
Of the entire decade, Olivia
Wow.
Newton-John's Physical.
I would never have said that, but okay.
Erica, Ghostbusters would be a cracking guess, but I will put you out of your misery. It was not the second most popular song of the 80s.
I would have thought the most
popular
popular song would be Rick Astley, like Never Gonna Give You Up or something like that.
Well, it might even be the second most popular, but I doubt it. You see, the thing I don't want to tell you that wasn't the most popular song, Mark, because I never want to let you down.
I think I got rickrolled in a different kind of way right now.
You did indeed. Get rickrolled. So what was the second most popular song of the 80s? So
Do we give a clue?
Eliminate that. Well, we've
no
eliminated
clues.
Rick Astley because obviously,
Yes,
Rick Astley was an obvious choice. So was Ghostbusters, as Erica pointed out, but it wasn't Ghostbusters.
Annalene Creel, he took off my Romeo.
Annalene, well, she was the most popular wife for casino owners during the 80s and 90s, for that matter.
Erica was talking about Ghostbusters and Who You Gonna Call.
And who are you going to call?
Yes, Who You Gonna Phone.
Oh, I get it. But your comment was like a little bit late, Erica. Like,
Woo, it's going to be a long
It
night.
is going to be a long night. Okay, this next one I feel is it's an easy one. We've actually had it on this quiz before, but we don't care. We'll repeat stuff. We're crazy like that. We're completely mad. In fact, our audience has probably changed since then. When MTV began in 1981, the first music video that they ever played was famously "The Video Killed the Radio Star." But who sang it? Right now, it's in everybody's head. You're singing it in your head, aren't you?
Well, this is probably the easiest question we've had so far.
Well, you know, the first cell phone was pretty easy. This video yeah,
it's still a good song to play at gigs, actually.
Did they ever? Well, not right now because there's nobody there. But there's not even a gig. Did they ever have another decent song? The people who played it.
No, well, there'll be someone that's got the album and said, but track 14 was a big hit, but for 5 people, which is slightly less than what's watching right now. But I think it was a one-hit wonder.
No, I would say definitely a one-hit wonder. Question. It worked out well.
I think Erica's been drinking.
I think, and Erica, bless you for being drinking, because me too. In 1983, Dallas's third season ended with 83 million viewers tuning in. Why?
Oh.
Now, I have to put it out there that this question is mad for me because I think I was the only household in the entire South African country that had what was then called TV1 who didn't watch Dallas because my mom thought it was shit.
The answer to this question is really, if you had to make up a bumper sticker that defined a decade, this would be on the bumper sticker for the 80s, because the bumper sticker for the 90s would be Who Killed Laura Palmer, Twin Peaks. The bumper sticker for the noughties would be Save the Cheerleaders, Save the World from Heroes. The 80s bumper sticker is the reason why 83 million viewers tuned in to that third season of Dallas.
And that would have just been in the States, right? Like, because I mean, it didn't broadcast in those days everywhere.
And there was a
Just as
few
side
seasons
note,
later.
please don't put your answers in the comments section.
There's always one.
No, people might have tuned in late, so we do ask that you don't put your answers in the comment section.
It's fine. There's always one person who does, and Chris always gives away one question.
I always give away an answer because I'm nice like that.
Do you remember there was well, you didn't watch Dallas, but there was a season where we watched the entire season, and then the beginning of the next season, Bobby Ewing woke up. The entire previous season had been a dream.
No, that's
because Bobby Ewing was killed. I know
Yeah.
it was. What a waste of time. He woke up and it was. We all thought he was dead, and it started with the ooh ah. That was my acting, by the way. Ooh ah.
No, it was brilliant, brilliant. Okay. I'm gonna just call her Miss Leslie, because I don't. Julia, is it Julia?
Yeah. It looks like
if you'd like to play along, please do register your team with on the Google document on the pin thing before. We're only on question 4. We'll recap all the questions at the end of the round, and so play along, register your team, and then you answer the questions at home on a piece of paper or whatever, mark them at the end of the round, and then you too can join us for the entire thing. Bobby was in the shower for the whole season, says Erica Ricketts.
Bobby Ewing.
I literally, all of these names mean nothing, nothing to me.
Oh, wow.
So that's great. So there we go. We'll repeat the question. In 1983, Dallas's third season ended with 83 million viewers tuning in. Why? And then we'll go on to question 6, which is fascinating to me. Which Fresh Prince of Bel-Air actor is linked to the 1987 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show? Now this
was very interesting.
I've mentioned this a lot, I think, on this quiz. But you know that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle show bothers me a lot, mostly because they can't be turtles; they're tortoises. Firstly, and then secondly, like, who thinks of that crap? Like, what is wrong with people? Like, hey guys, I've got an idea for a TV show. It's these 4 turtles, but they're ninjas, and they're teenagers.
And you're right, the tortoises. Never thought about that.
Because turtles live in water.
But you often get these discrepancies because I know watching Mickey Mouse, Goofy is a dog that can talk, yet their other dog can't
Pluto.
talk. Now, I can't remember. Pluto, thank you. Yeah, because you've got younger kids.
He's not even a planet anymore. Pluto is no longer even. He's now he's a planet again. I think he's a semi-planet. What is he?
A dwarf wasn't a dwarf planet.
So no wonder he couldn't talk. He was so far away.
Okay, no. What's really weird is the Teletubbies. Who thought that up?
That's not that weird.
Tinky Winky, the uncle, because now apparently the Teletubbies have had kids, and now it's the kiddie Teletubbies. But Tinky Winky never had kids because I think the planet he liked observing
well,
was not Pluto.
Some say his name might have been Stinky Winky, but we're not going to go there. We're going to rather recap question 6. Which Fresh Prince of Bel-Air actor is linked to the 1987 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles TV show? Now, once again, I feel a bit left out here because I didn't have Mnet like the rich kids from Roosevelt Park. So I never watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, ever. To this day, as it turns out.
Was it on Mnet?
I'm just going to take... It was on Mnet. It was on Mnet. It wasn't on...
I got my DSTV decoder to watch Melrose Place.
Which was weird because it was on SABC3. But
No, that was in 2019. It was on SABC3.
Again, no, but I got to watch. I remember watching Melrose Place with simulcast.
Mm.
So, or was that Beverly Hills 90210?
Beverly Hills.
I don't know why I associate the two.
They're the same producer.
I think you're right.
So Eric Enriquez is saying Harry Enfield did a skit called Telly Cockneys. Very funny. And I remember I've actually watched Teletubbies, sadly enough, but that's the joy of being a dad. All right. I've watched it a lot, Mark. I've watched it far too much.
I managed to, because my girls now are 8 and 10, I managed to avoid Teletubbies, but we were stuck with Barney for a while.
You see, I avoided Barney. I've always had the theory that I'd rather have porn in my house than Barney. I mean, rather let my children watch porn than Barney. And they seem to enjoy it more as well, the truth be told.
I'm going to tell you, in our industry, when people, you had Buzz Lightyear that you spoke to, but, we interact with lots of international personalities when they come out of the country. I've never in my life, of all the people I've met backstage, because I've been to lots of concerts and emceed lots of things, I've never had so many rules put in place in terms of we had to wait an hour to meet this person backstage. We were allowed one photo. We were not allowed to communicate. We were not allowed to touch. And it was for Barney the dinosaur.
I have a similar story. There was SpongeBob SquarePants, right?
Oh.
And so it was a heavyweight comedy jam. And the lady who was doing our PR was also doing the PR for SpongeBob SquarePants.
I remember this.
And so the organizer, Roddy Quinn, if I can give him a quick shout out, he's doing the Johnny Clegg tribute concert on the 31st of July. Get your tickets. It's going to be amazing. But so Roddy managed to get SpongeBob to make an appearance before the thing. And we did this whole, it was a Buddhist monk because we were taking the mickey out of a monk show that was happening at the time. And we thought it would be funny backstage to take a picture with SpongeBob and put our hands in his pants, right? As you do. And then, but SpongeBob had his own bouncer, and SpongeBob's bouncer got quite hectic with us. It was like, there's no way in hell I'm letting you take a picture with your hands in SpongeBob's pants. So I was like, okay, cool. And he threatened me physically. So I was like, we'll be okay with that. But then when we were on stage, it was like the intro to the show with all 10 of us. And so I said to everyone, when this thing happens, we're just going to beat the cock out of SpongeBob. Because there's no way the bouncer's going to run on stage in front of 4,000 people and take us on. Everybody's going to think it's part of the thing. So and everybody, all of the comedians went along with it, and we just kicked the crap out of poor old SpongeBob. Not the actual dude, because he had a sponge around him, but we did knock SpongeBob and kick the hell out of him. Good.
I can imagine SpongeBob's bouncer being a crab or a lobster.
Sadly, it was an Afrikaans man instead, which is a very large Afrikaans man from somewhere with very little sense of humor, apparently. Didn't love us off stage, but there was no ways he's going to beat up all 10 of us before the show, so it was fine. All right.
You might have had crabs.
Might have had crabs. Question 7. Which British pop band that grew in the mainstream media from 1983 got their name from a popular children's book? Hint, Dr. Doctor.
That's a very good question. So that's a good bit of 80s trivia there.
That is a great, but I would never have known this in a million years.
My dad gave me that question.
Ah, there you go. Your dad gave it that question.
It's a band. If I had to list my top 5 songs from the 80s, these guys are in the top 5.
Okay. I still am looking at it going, I have no idea who they are.
No.
Can I hum a tune, or is that too much of a clue? That's probably too much of a clue.
Maybe when we give the answers, you can sing.
I think, yes.
Okay. If you've heard me sing, you would know that even when I sing, it won't help.
Well, that's a disappointment because Sito sang all of our musical questions on Tuesday.
We had Sito singing our Nerd for Nerd thing, which is normally question 10. And the best thing was he sang it in a different melody. So you just got the lyrics in sort of a show tunes melody. It was great. But
I can imagine Sito singing, but he always sings with his shirt off. He's got
That's
this thing
not
when he's on
nice thing.
stage. Yeah. Every time I've seen him on stage, he's topless.
I actually, whenever I used to MC, I used to say, ladies, if you make enough noise, he'll take his shirt off, just so you had to. But I think we're all kind of dad bodding right now, so I'm not sure if he still does. All right, question 8. Who played the super fast guitar solo in Michael Jackson's Beat It? I did not know
I
that.
didn't know this either.
I did not know this.
Well, that's a massive clue for everyone. 3 out of 3 people here did not know it. But
Wow.
I'm trying to even think of the guitar because there was that.
That's it.
Is that, well, that's not the guitar solo. That's just the hook.
Yeah,
Riff,
it's the
whatever
same
you call
bit.
it. There you go.
I wonder
Yeah.
how many people will jump at the answer here.
You'd be surprised. The people on this quiz are always super smart. It blows my mind sometimes.
I just gave a clue.
It was slightly cryptic, but I get it now. In fact, I feel sad that I didn't get it right away. Question 9. Where did Mork from Mork and Mindy come from? In the series Mork and Mindy, where did
love that
Mork come
series.
from?
I love that.
Weren't they the 70s?
No, it was
It's
the
Mork and
80s. Nanu.
Apparently it started airing late 70s, but carried on through the for a few seasons in the 80s.
Okay.
With good old Robin Williams.
Yeah, no, I never watched Mork and Mindy.
Me neither. It was on Mnet. It's a previous conversation.
Oh, you sad man.
But it was open
Terrible.
time.
We were so poor we couldn't afford open time.
Hey, that takes you back. If you remember open time, you're going back a couple of years.
I remember that was like, it used to be, it was one of those insults for people, ladies of ill repute. You'd be like, she's like Mnet. 2 hours of open time and the rest you have to pay for. And every day you get half hours loving.
I remember when they had the competition to come up with the name for this new show on a Sunday night.
Carte Blanche. Yes.
Carte Blanche. Yes.
I do not remember such things.
Yeah,
And then while Tabs is filling my glass, I'm going to fill some time with interesting trivia because we need her for question 10.
sorry.
Yeah, so Robin Williams actually was not a very popular comedian in those days. They used to call him Robbing Williams. Did you know that? Because he stole so much material.
Really?
Because he used to go to a comedy team and watch up and coming comedians and then take down notes from all their good bits that they did and then perform it on Saturday Night Live. So people started refusing. Oh dear, I'll have to start drinking something else.
Very unfortunate news.
We've run out of Coke Zero. If you can just take a moment. I've still got rum. How cuck is my life? Like we're in a lockdown with no alcohol. I've still got rum, but I don't have a mixer. Like, this is poor planning on mine.
Well, I'm still nursing my grapes.
You take your time with your grapes.
Okay, so
right.
Artist and song title, and the songs have come from Mark Pilgrim this evening.
So you chose the songs, but this one I feel is almost anthemic.
Okay, let me just make sure it's loud enough. Oh, what are you doing? I think it's coming off my phone.
Don't. That song has got nothing to do with what we're doing right now. Please ignore that completely.
Oh wait, let me just
That
turn my
definitely
volume.
wasn't what's.
No.
Yeah, because I was like, I didn't know the song started like that.
Okay, sorry. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. I don't think we need more than that.
You do. You
No,
totally.
you don't.
That like sort of drum machine beat is the start of every single song. That could be Depeche Mode for all we know. Okay, there we go. Okay, but
She used to do a dance in the shopping centres. And
I
she'd
know,
stand
the
and
video
everyone
was
ran. Yeah. Can't see
Okay,
my feet,
we're
but
going to play it again. We're going to play it again very briefly.
Okay. Let me just go back. Make sure I'm at the back. Oh, fine. At the beginning. Where am I? Hold on. Sorry. Talk amongst yourselves.
This could take a while. Okay, there we go.
We're playing it off this.
put my earpiece back in.
Yeah, so we're playing it off an iPod from the 80s as well. All right, so everybody should know that one.
Oh,
But I'm going to recap those questions quickly at lightning speed, just so those who joined us late can also play. Question 1. What was the name of the first space shuttle that lifted off in 1981? Question 2. In 1983, the US's first commercial cell phone was released. It was the Motorola Dynatac 8000X. How much did it weigh? What was its weight? Question 3. Olivia Newton-John's Physical was the most popular song of the 80s. What was the second most popular song? Question 4. Sorry, there's a comment that said, back in a second, I need to get a dead pony from the freezer. I'm not sure what that means. Question 4. When MTV began in 1981, Video Killed the Radio Star was the first song played. Who sang it? Question 5. In 1983, Dallas's third season ended with 83 million viewers tuning in. Why? Question 6. Which Fresh Prince of Bel-Air actor is linked to the 1987 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles TV show? Question 7. Which British pop band grew in the mainstream media from 1983? Who grew in the mainstream media from 1983? Got their name from a popular children's book. Hint, Doctor, Doctor. Question 8. Who played the super fast guitar solo in Michael Jackson's Beat It? I'm patting a dog if you're wondering what that noise is. Question 9.
Metaphorically speaking.
From Mork and Mindy come from? And what, in other words, what was his original home? And then our note for note question, I want the song title and artist for this, please.
Oh.
There we go. All right.
And can I add that that strap you put on a moment ago about the bloke getting a pony from the fridge?
Yeah.
You put that little strap on, the name, Phil Dockerell. He has to get this right because Phil, and I recognize the photo, was a fellow DJ at 70s Fever in Midrand. We used to play together on a Thursday night. Hello, Phil.
Hello,
my
Phil.
friend.
I remember 70s Fever. Those were good times.
Sure. Hey, Phil, how's it? It's only been about 22 years. Good to see you.
Well, obviously, you guys are still close.
He's living in the UK now.
Why is he getting a dead pony from the freezer?
Don't know.
I feel I've missed that joke somewhere. Let's get the answer. Excuse me. Sorry. What was the name of the first space shuttle that lifted off in 1981? What would your clue have been, Mr. Pilgrim?
Cocaine.
Well,
Oh.
so you're thinking it was Dire Straits, but it wasn't. It was Columbia. The name of the first space shuttle was Columbia. Question 2. How much did the first ever commercial cell phone weigh? 2 pounds or 1 kilogram?
What would I would have thought it was heavier, but yeah.
Well, I mean, a kilogram to carry around with you. Well, it's actually 0.09 kilograms. So 2 pounds or 0.09 kilograms. That's still pretty heavy.
Having said that, I've got no idea what a current phone weighs.
To be honest, I haven't weighed mine in ages, or ever.
I'm going to weigh mine right now.
You know,
I'm going to weigh my phone.
okay, fair enough. Well, while you're doing that, You've got a kitchen scale and everything.
We've got a kitchen.
I got it from Colombia.
I'm guessing you weren't weighing your phone with it in the beginning.
Okay. Right.
I'm not sure whether to do the next answer or wait for the results.
I'm excited.
0.2 kilograms.
There you go. So
What?
no,
As you
no, not
as you were, soldier.
0.09 kilograms, 0.9 kg. So just 900 grams, Daniel.
2 pounds.
Sorry,
Oh.
2 pounds
Oh,
or
hey.
900 grams. Did I say
While I'm
0.09?
here. See, that's what happens when you go into the kitchen cupboard, you see.
Don't worry. I found these.
Okay, guys, get a room.
Ah.
Question 3. Olivia Newton-John's Physical was the most popular song of the 80s. What was the second most popular? It was Kim Carnes with Betty Davis Eyes.
I would never have got that. I mean, I love the song, but I would.
Well, she'll expose you, yeah. She knows you, I think. She'll expose you.
Yes.
Who sang Video Killed the Radio Star, which was the first song ever played on MTV? It was the Buggles. The Buggles.
And a lot of people get confused because when you say the first song, people get confused with the Dire Straits song. And, that was a song that saved MTV in 1983 because it was tanking. And then MTV used the Dire Straits song because it says, I want my MTV. And it just made everything popular all over again.
Ah.
And then they started playing nice tunes. And then they went to reality TV and, oh my God, the Kardashians and whatever else. And I don't know.
It's terrible now. I can't even watch it. But now they've got like 700 MTV channels. All right.
Not one of them plays decent music.
VH1 is a MTV song channel. Did you know that?
But that's gone now.
Is it gone?
Yeah, they
Well,
took
it's
VH1
out.
Classical.
VH1 Classic, but there's also normal VH1. And what a lot of people don't realize is MTV, because it was formed in 1981, is now that old that it only watches VH1. But anyway,
So just sorting out kiddie stuff. Carry on.
that's fine. Question 5. In 1983, Dallas's third season ended with 83 million viewers tuning in. Why? For those of you who missed it in the comments, it was because they wanted to know who shot J.R. Ewing. Ewing. I win.
Yeah.
Did she? Oh, I thought she heard the chocolates and she's like, I need some of that.
No, she wanted more iPad time. I've got parental restrictions on it.
Ah. All right. Who shot J.R. Ewing? Question 6. Which Fresh Prince of Bel-Air actor is linked to the 1987 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles TV show? The guy who played Uncle Phil, who's James Avery, and he voiced Shredder.
Was Shredder
know
one
who
of the
Shredder-
turtles? No.
No. We know the turtles were named after like painters or something. It was
Yes, the buildings in Santa.
Raphael.
Michelangelo, Leonardo, Raphael, and
make up the team with one other fellow right here.
how many were there? 4.
I remember the rap song about the turtles.
Donatello
Donatello,
and
Donatello.
Raphael.
Michelangelo, Raphael, and Leonardo. But I don't know who Shredder was.
And Raphael.
Who was Shredder?
Shredder was the rat, wasn't he?
No, that was Splinter.
Shredder was the guy that tried to kill them, wasn't he?
I don't know. I'll wait for the movie. Okay, question 7. Which British pop band that grew in the mainstream media from 1983 got their name from a popular children's book, Hint Doctor Doctor? I don't know what that means.
This is the guy.
It's one of their songs.
So what was the? I don't know.
Doctor, give me some news. I gotta.
Bad case of loving you. Was that
One of my
the
favorite,
Thompson?
one of my favorite 80s songs, the Thompson Twins. Hold me now, whoa.
Oh yeah, nice.
I don't know.
No,
I don't follow lyrics, so no, I don't know lyrics. I just
And
hum
it was
the
from the
tunes.
Adventures of Tintin. In Tintin.
Hmm.
I'm sure it's of Tintin.
It was.
Yeah, because the way the question's written here, it says Adventures in Tintin, which is
Yeah,
an
but I
erotic
think
novel.
Tintin did have
That was for
some
the adults.
adventures that way. Yes.
It was that little fringe he did. It was huge in certain clubs. So the
He
Thompson
also
Twins-
did some planetary explorations.
Yeah, Adventures in Tintin is also as a graphic novel was great, but the answer is the Tom
Pop-up book.
Question 8: Who played the super fast guitar solo in Michael Jackson's "Beat It"? It was Eddie Van Halen.
I didn't know that, but I saw it on a piece of paper.
Ah, yes. So
We haven't
Uranus.
even gotten through first section and bums have come up.
Bums have come up. Uranus is a planet. I'm not sure what that means. Eric Riggins, you've got a YouTube search T-side Tintin. I'm not sure if I want to. In fact, I'm a bit nervous, Erica, because we know your history. Question 9: Where did Mork come from in Mork and Mindy? It was the planet Ork.
Because Mindy came from planet Indy.
Yes, so that's some lazy ass writing. I come from the planet Riss. You come from the planet Ark. He came from the planet Ork.
But there were 2 of us on my planet.
Yeah.
We walked on together, 2 by 2.
Some people came from the planet Claire. All the trees are purple there. All right. Then we're on to our nerd for nerd question.
You switched it off.
Did I switch it off? So just in case you're wondering, Mark, why we do it like this, it's because if we play it via the stream, then people try and charge us money. Sis on them. Artists trying to earn a living. What the fuck do they think?
Okay, are you ready? We're going straight to the chorus, okay?
No, we've got it.
Fantastic.
I remember that song from the 80s.
I still play it. If I do an old school gig, I play it. So you had an older sister, I interrupted.
Well, she used to play it ad nauseum because the chick was the same age as her. There was Tiffany with I Think We're Alone Now. And Tiffany was like 7.5 years old when she sang it. How old is Tiffany when it became it?
She was about 16. In fact, I do a Pilgrim mix on a Friday on the radio. And it's a 10 minutes old school mix. And today, actually, one of the 5 songs was Tiffany, I Think We're Alone Now. It's still it's one of those where you go, oh, yeah.
We actually own a CD that's called Mark Pilgrim's 80s.
80s Pilgrimage.
Oh, the 80s Pilgrimage.
Yes, we have that CD. That song will be on there.
Wait, let's do another journey. Wait. Let's put hang on. How do I switch that light on? Hang on.
If you weigh anything else, I'll be very concerned. Okay, so while Mark's looking for 80s Pilgrimage, that round was out of 12.
There.
That's exactly the one we've got.
Yes, we have that one.
That one.
Yes.
Then I released the second one, but that was a shit one. Didn't do well.
What?
And then a third one. Hey? What? I'm showing people my CDs. Do you want to come say hi? It's my other daughter. No.
Do you have LP's friend as well? Because that's when we're going to start to worry about your true age.
No. Got a DVD framed.
I have some of my DVDs framed, like especially the Fast and the Furious 1 through 3. They're my favorite stuff. Which DVD do you have? Wait, before we ask you that, I just want to say that round was out of 12. Add up your score. Let us know in the Google document that is no longer the pinned comment, but because we got She Cooks with the phone number to call to Audio Delicious Meals.
But I will pin it again.
But we'll pin it again. So which DVD do you have framed?
Oh, this one. Let me go back. I did a health exercise DVD in 2004.
Oh, because you did that whole USN Get Ripped thing.
Yeah, so that was that one.
Do you want to hear something funny about that whole thing?
What?
They approached me to ask me if I wanted to do it.
Oh, really?
So not for the first or the last time. You beat me to a gig. But anyway.
Yes, sorry. Yeah. What, my
To
baby?
be honest, I don't think I could have ever gotten that room.
Sorry, once parental things here. Come say hi. Do you also bring me your iPad? I'll do it for you. So now it's my other daughter who's run out of time on her iPad. She wants me to put the code in.
It is the joy of being a parent in the year 2020.
Can bring. I know, but I'm using my phone, so I can't. Sorry, carry on. I'm just.
No. You do that. So we're going to move on to section 2. Section 2, question 1. What is the code that Mark is currently putting into his daughter's no.
And she was like, she's trying to looking to see. There we go, baby.
It's fine. All right. Question 1, section 2. In which 1988 movie did Paula Abdul choreograph Tom Hanks? So in which 1988 movie did Paula Abdul choreograph Tom Hanks? She used to choreograph Michael Jackson as well, if I'm not
And
mistaken.
Janet Jackson.
And Janet Jackson.
Can I give a clue?
Just a small one.
It actually is a small one because in this movie, he's got a very small millie that he looks at. And he goes, how do I eat? And he goes,
Oh, I don't remember that.
I remember the movie. I don't remember that.
No.
he had a little corn and he didn't know how to eat it. So he anyway.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch it with the kids. I'm gonna actually I'm putting it to the playlist.
All right. I'll go with that. Question 2. Ironically, what did the lead singer from A Flock of Seagulls, Mike Score, do before becoming a musician? I'm not sure why this is ironic.
If you know what he looked like.
Fair enough.
Whenever I think of Flock of Seagulls, I always think of there was an episode of Friends when the characters of Friends went back to the 80s and Ross and Chandler dressed up like the guys from Flock of Seagulls.
No, I remember because we had the question once. They sang, what was their famous song?
Wishing I had a photograph of you.
Yes. So we asked, we had a music quiz before. But so what was he before he became a musician? And suddenly, I suppose ironically, is a fair question. Okay, question 3.
Oh.
Who portrayed Max Headroom?
Oh.
Remember Max Headroom? What a great show.
So, girls, can you close the door for me? Thank you. Sorry. We're live.
Yours are big enough. We have to put ours to sleep. Like.
We literally drug them.
I just switch off the router.
Yeah.
Switch off the Wi-Fi. What are we going to do?
There's tears. There's tantrums. It's quite. Our fiber cable got cut by Joburg Water because they're stupid, and then for like days we had to survive with all natural entertainment. It was tragic. It was, I don't know how.
Well, if you want
tantrums, tears.
What I'm gonna.
The kids were bad too.
Well, I'll cause a shitstorm now because I've programmed Alexa that when I say something, it tells them they've got to go to bed. So watch, and they're going to come running out. Okay, you ready? Watch. So I'll speak to Alexa, and then it's going to send a message in the other room. Alexa, 0 minutes.
Attention.
That's why.
I love this.
It's bedtime. I repeat, it's bedtime. Please switch off all devices. Brush your teeth and pee. By the way, Dad loves you.
They called my bluff because they know I'm working until I said I'm working until 10.
That is so cool. Despite anything else.
Dad loves you.
Did you guys hear Alexa? Did you believe her? Anyway, sorry. Let's get back to the game. I'm sorry.
At some
Get
point,
sidetracked here.
when your kids outsmart you. So question 3 was, who portrayed Max Headroom? Question 4 is an interesting one. In what year did Red Bull start giving you wings? So in other words, in what year were you first able to get Red Bull? I did not know this. I thought it was like, well, I suppose we had certain restrictions here in South Africa. But we only started getting Red Bull like, what, late 90s? Not even, because we would have enjoyed it at raves in those days.
You know, you were talking about night fever a bit earlier. One of my fond memories of night fever was a Jägerbomb. Jägermeister floating in a Red Bull.
Yeah, and every barman in the world at some point claimed to have invented that.
Yes, it's so true. But what a drink that was.
Yes, I could have actually had a fairly sizable property portfolio by now, but instead I spent all that money at Night Fever on Jägerbombs. So
Thank you so much. Because of you, I was able to buy DSTV.
Well, I hope you. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, Melrose Place was great.
Yeah.
It was before you had children, you see.
Before I had children or anything. That's question 4. Question 5. What was Alan Alda's character's name in MASH? Was MASH an 80s program?
It finished in about 80, 81. So, in fact, when it's on the finale of MASH, a little bit of chappy paper trivia, they say 126 million Americans tuned into the finale of MASH, which at the time was about 40% of the entire population. And when the episode finished, the finale, it blocked the New York sewer system because everyone had been holding it in until the episode finished, and then it all went to the loo at the same time.
That's interesting.
Okay, so it started, it first aired. It has this. I didn't realize it was this long.
It was in the 60s.
17th of September 1972.
1972.
And it aired all the way through to 83, February 83.
Okay.
So, what was Alan Alda's character's name in MASH? Which is still on SABC 1, by the way, if you ever want to watch.
What do you mean for the first time? It's new. It premiered.
Erica says the series went on for longer than the war.
The series did go on for longer than the war. Excuse me. Question 6. How many miles were on the car in Ferris Bueller's Day Off before it was taken for a joyride by the attendants? Was it A, 126 miles, B, 178 miles, C, 204 miles, or D, 256 miles? I'll repeat those options. Was it A, 126 miles, B, 178 miles, C, 204 miles, or D, 256 miles? Because that was when he put it on the thing and he thought he had put it in reverse and rolled back the miles. But that didn't
what we're watching at the moment is, digressing here, waffling. My oldest daughter and I were watching Back to the Future, and
which has already happened, by the way.
And it's absolutely, because they went to 2015, and it was absolutely enthralling. So we've watched 1 and 2. First one they went back to 1955. Second one 2015, and now we're gonna watch the third one this weekend when they go back to, I think it's the 1800s, the cowboy stuff. But it's really cool and interesting to see how they depicted 2015 back in 1985.
It was much better than it really turned out.
Much better. Yes, we were.
Going off on another tangent, did you ever watch the Newsies when you were a kid with Christian Bale as a singer?
No.
I watched that with the girls the other day, and they loved it. So
The
I'm starting
Newsies.
to watch the Newsies. Yeah, it
Okay.
was about the newsboy strike in New York. It was great.
All
I'm
right,
watching
but
all these things.
wait, that's
Oh, shut up.
Are we
the
digressing
news-
too much here?
It was made in '92.
Yeah, so it's not even to do with 80s pop culture. But will you give me one of those bad boys from on top of the bar there?
A dead pony.
A dead pony. A dead pony. Question 7. Where in Japan is Mr. Miyagi from? Do
I
think
like your studio, by the way. You're sitting there, but the fridge is obviously really close by because you can just glance and you can hear the fridge. Is the loo behind the curtain?
the loo's over there. In fact, I'm gonna go there
Okay.
soon. At the end of this
Okay.
round, I'm gonna go to the loo. I'm gonna try and ask you something pertinent, and then like as a radio show host, cheers. I know you're gonna be able to talk for like hours on end about it.
When I'm not on the clock. When I'm not on the clock.
Well, luckily my prostate's in fantastic shape, so it'll only be minutes. But I know you have the ability. It's not even going to be minutes; it's going to be seconds.
Oh my God.
This sounds like I'm like a conversation I normally have with my wife. But anyway, so where in Japan is Mr. Miyagi of Karate Kid? I feel I should mention Karate Kid fame from. Everybody did Karate Kid. Did you ever pretend to do the crane with your friends?
No, but I did try and catch a fly with chopsticks. It didn't work.
We've all done that. I caught a fly with chopsticks once. Granted, it was dead at the time. But,
my fly did catch a chopstick once. It was very sore.
That's question 7. Where in Japan is Mr. Miyagi from? Question 8. Which
oh crap! I need the song.
1980s singer is well known for his gritty voice and spasmodic body gestures?
Oh, he used to give me the creeps.
It's a very like broad question.
No, not if you know the guy.
Yes, but you don't know the guy. So he was he sang at Woodstock and everything. But
It looks like he was playing 80s.
so he's hardly like an 80s English singer.
It was under the 86.
Are you going to play? I hope you're going to play a song which is one of my favorites of his from the 80s. Let's see what you're going to play.
Which one?
No,
Well, I mean,
the other song, but
Oh, you're not going to
obviously
play a
as
song?
slightly bald men, you can leave your hat on.
Yes.
On the edge of a dream.
Okay, no, we've given far too much away. With you can leave your hat on. So he was well known for his gritty voice and spasmodic body gestures.
Oh wait, I want to play this one. No.
No, we're not going to play any songs. That's the question. The question's that.
Fine. Okay.
Don't argue with me. I'm the quiz master.
Oh, you're not. I wrote the question.
I'm the master of the quiz. This is question 9. The 1983 film Terms of Endearment starred 2 strong female actors. I assume that refers to their acting strength, not their ability to bench press. What were their names?
Oh, bloody
The
hell.
1983 film Terms of Endearment starred which 2 strong female actors? Which is a fabulous question. It's nerd for nerd time, Mark Pilgrim.
Go for it.
Like, is your music knowledge amazing? Like, can you do these things normally if you didn't know the answers?
Look, yeah. I mean, I sometimes buckle under pressure. There's a great game on Alexa called Song Quiz, and you play with people around the world, and you've got to come up with the song titles as they start playing the song. It's quite fun.
But that's the best fun. All right, so
Yeah, are you ready? Why are we not connected?
I have no idea.
I switched to Bluetooth off.
Oh, you got the artist wrong on your piece of paper, by the way.
Oh, sorry. This is the
That's
version
all.
I could find.
What's this? The South African dude?
But you can give us the answer.
No,
okay?
but what's that?
Okay.
Is this guy used to work at Chris Galakis' place?
No, I don't know.
He
It's
did.
a South African outfit, and it used to get
Yes.
played a lot on Pop Shop and Fast Forward, the video.
Yeah, so Tabs actually used to work with this dude, believe it or not. She doesn't remember that.
Oh.
I think I know what you're talking about. Anyway, go.
Okay, so I mean,
That's a
obviously-
shocking cover of the song, but yes.
It's the only one I could find.
Oh, okay, I think we might need to play an extra few beats.
Okay, go.
Hang on. I'm getting it for you.
Are you going to get it for us?
Hang on.
That's probably why I put the wrong name on it.
Hang on. Let's play. Oh, I had to do that because you mentioned the
that's
song
probably
title.
mine too.
Okay, but hang on. Let me go. Hang on.
No, because it starts with
play.
the song
That's what the
title.
technique- yeah.
Oh, hang on a second. It's all gone loopy here. Hang on. Okay, ready? No, shush.
No, don't. No, we can hear a word. No, we can
Here we
hear a
go.
word.
There you go.
I could hear that.
Oh, fuck it. It played it
Oh.
again. I had to close the laptop.
We didn't hear it. So, can you play again that little?
I apologize, not the coronavirus.
I hope not. Okay, so I'm hoping everybody got that one.
Did you not hear it properly?
I heard it.
Okay.
I also know what the song is.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can't actually get the original on iTunes.
Okay, so we'll go through the questions again and we'll replay it at the end of the recap. Question 1: in which 1988 movie did Paula Abdul choreograph Tom Hanks? Question 2: ironically, what did the lead singer from Flock of Seagulls, Mike Score, do before becoming a musician? Question 3: who portrayed Max Headroom? Question 4: in what year did Red Bull start giving you wings? Question 5: what was Alan Alda's character's name in MASH? Question 6: how many miles were on the car on Ferris Bueller's Day Off before it was taken for a joyride by the attendants? Was it 126? Was it 126 miles? B, 178 miles? C, 204 miles? Or D, 256 miles? Question 7: where in Japan is Mr. Miyagi of Karate Kid fame from? Question 8: which 1980s English singer was well known for his gritty voice and spasmodic body gestures? Please feel free to leave your hat on. Question 9: which 1980s... No, wrong question. The 1983 film Terms of Endearment starred 2 strong female actors. Who were they? And question 10: I want the artist and song title.
Yeah, Mark's going to play it.
Are you
I'm
going
going
to
to play it. Okay, let me just get past that first bit. Here we go. Hang on a sec. Turn the volume up.
I just wanna say-
It keeps going back to the beginning. Hang on. Let's push. Did you get that?
Okay. Everybody got that. Everybody should have it.
So just so you know, it says the song was covered by South African outfit blah 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 in 1985, and their version held the number one position in South African top 20. The one that I played was never released in South Africa due to the political situation at the time.
Oh, well, there you have it.
Yeah.
So mine's actually the original. Look at that.
So what you referred to as a terrible cover was the original. We'll just put that out there.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's go to the answers. In which 1988 movie did Paul Abdul choreograph Tom Hanks? It was Big, and it was the keyboard scene.
And when you watch the
Okay.
movie, look for the Millie scene.
What was the Millie scene?
The Millie scene was when he took the little corn on the cob, and he didn't know how to eat the little corn on the cob. Because remember, in Big, he was a little boy in an adult's body, and he hadn't eaten refined food. So he just goes,
I do actually remember that.
I remember the keyboard scene with Paul Abdul, but I don't remember the Millie scene.
We'll have to
Okay.
watch it.
Question 2. Ironically, what did lead singer of Flock of Seagulls, Mike Score, do before becoming a musician? He was a hairdresser. And it was ironic because his hair was really cuck. So that's what he did. The answer to question 2 is a hairdresser. Question 3. Who portrayed Max Headroom? Matt Frewer, who obviously went on to have that fabulous career. Remember what he did after Max Headroom?
No, he's done lots of things.
Has he?
You would definitely, what was it, Matt? You would recognize him if I showed you a picture. Yeah, he's been in lots of things.
No, don't recognize him.
Oh, goodness.
But he was Max Headroom. Question 4. When did Red Bull start giving you wings? 1987.
Yeah.
Like in what year? I don't remember the first time I had Red Bull, but I'm sure it only came out here in the 90s. Late 90s. Question 5. What was Alan Alda's character's name in MASH? It was Benjamin Franklin Hawkeye Pierce.
Never watched MASH.
Really? Oh.
It was on, but I never got into it. I mean,
Yeah, I think me as well. It was on late nights on like a Friday or something. Now, I want you to check the points allocation there.
For each name.
Okay, so there's 1 point given for each name. So Benjamin Franklin Hawkeye Pierce. If you got all of those, you got 4. How many miles were on the car in Ferris Bueller's Day Off before it was taken for a joyride? The answer is A, 126 miles. So there were 126 miles before the attendants take the car out for a ride, and 301 when Ferris picks it up. After trying to roll the mileage back, the car has 316 miles on it. What a cracking movie. What a great twist at the end. Question 7. Where in Japan is Mr. Miyagi from? He's from Okinawa. And the locals were super amped with his portrayal of Okinawa in Karate Kid 2. They were like, he really captures how rural and basic it is. That was sarcasm for anybody who's wondering. Question 8. Which 1980s English singer was well known for his gritty voice and spasmodic body gestures? It was Joe Cocker. Joe Cocker, which is also a fabulous name if you ever wanted to start a club in Brakpan for homosexuals.
There was another song. This one. This is a great song. You know this one, Mark?
For a smile and have a little faith.
Yes, but that's not a Joe Cocker song.
It is? Oh, yeah, but he did that one.
Anyway, he also did Beatles covers, and they were famous as well. But,
yes, but he used to.
Anyway, so the answer to question 8 is Joe Cocker.
You're talking about gay venues. Apparently, there's a club, not a club, a pub in New York called the Squat and Gobble.
Wow.
I thought that was a great name for a pub.
Yeah, well, I mean.
Well.
I love it. Question 9. Which two terms of endearment starred which two strong female actors? It's Shirley MacLaine and Deborah Winger. So no, Erica, it was not Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Shirley MacLaine and Deborah Winger.
No, that was for Max Headroom.
What? Honey,
I Shrunk the Kids.
And then our note for note question, the highly contentious one, by the way.
Who's playing? I'll play.
Yeah, so I've logged out of my system here. Yeah.
It's fine. We'll play the original, the really shit cover.
Oh, long intro. Oh,
Okay, so it's Woodpecker from Space. And then we have it as the Video Kids.
Yes.
Who is the South African version?
Cafe Society.
Cafe Society. We will accept either. So as long as you got Woodpecker from Space, then the artist can either be Cafe Society or Video Kids.
Wow. I just want to say, Swim for Sadie is doing phenomenally well tonight.
Add up your scores. Let us know how you did. Mark, do you remember the first time you played Woodpecker from Space at 70s Fever? That was a great story, and I'm going to let you tell us that one.
Because as you go for a slash, because I was going, I would never play Woodpecker from Space, but what we did used to do, if you ever went to 70s Fever, and Phil will remember this, we used to dish out beer, but you couldn't throw a beer can, so we used to throw bananas into the crowd. And, if you had to say to me now, throw bananas into the crowd, I go, what the hell are you talking about? But we used to do that back in the day at 70s Fever. And people would scramble for these bananas, because if you caught the banana, you got a beer. So imagine 2,000 people all with their hands in the air trying to catch a banana. And then what Phil and I would sometimes do, we'd bring overripe bananas. So people would go to grab the banana, and it would be
Oh no!
Squish. But those were good days at 70s Fever. And in fact, what's the next song we've got coming up? Oh, when we do the next song in the third round, the song for me is one of the most iconic songs from the 80s. Oh,
Yeah,
thank you, Larry Geffen.
Yeah,
Yes, 70s was fun.
Yeah.
We just kept it quiet. I didn't say a word. I just stared at the camera.
Oh, okay, that was fair enough. Well, I mean, obviously, I wouldn't want to miss out.
Yeah. We were reminiscing about the days of 70s Fever when I didn't play Woodpecker from Space.
I used to love your other, Night Fever was, as I'm sure you're well aware, a place I frequented.
Oh.
Fond memories of Night Fever. Such
You
fond
used to
memories of
woo me.
Night Fever.
I didn't woo you there. I only saw you there twice.
You still wooed me.
What was his line?
No,
Oh, he was always drunk. No.
not much has changed. No, I used to try and woo your shooter girls. There was that shooter bar with the
Yeah.
And because they liked me, they would always make sure I got an extra shooter. So there you go.
When you met Tabitha, was your opening line, "Can you get me a dead pony"?
Yeah, it was close. Phil coached me in the art of romance. It's like, can I get a dead pony from the freezer? That didn't work though.
No.
Okay.
Erica says, wasn't there a Vorse stand outside 70s called Baby Jake's?
I
actually don't remember. So long ago.
Of course you don't remember, because you were inside the club. You weren't outside with the drunken laggards like Erica.
Trying to get something to eat.
There was a lot of nights where 70s Fever was just a whole Vorse party, to be honest. Well, that was how I felt, because I didn't get in. So,
we used to actually. I mean, I never touched alcohol back in the days when I was at 70s, and people would always give us shooters in the DJ box, and we had water on standby, and we would always quickly throw one out, whatever was in it, and put water in, and then we would all in the DJ box cheers the person that bought us a drink, and I was always just knocking back a bit of water.
You didn't think to just have shot glasses of water there, and then you could.
Ooh. So very good friends of ours who play every single quiz said Rogan and I had our first snog at 70s Fever. Ooh.
That just makes the relationship that much more cheap and nasty.
Ooh. 70s Fever absolutely rocked. I mean, what other venue would you have 2,000 people jumping up and down to the Proclaimers, "I'm going to be 500 miles"?
Oh, right.
All right. So
Where
section 3, question 1. B, Betty, Rue, and Estelle are more commonly known as what?
One of the all-time great shows.
Yeah, I was going to say the wank bank, but that's probably the wrong answer.
Did they do it for you?
Oh, who didn't they do it for? B, Betty, Rue, and Estelle are more commonly known as what?
Only one of them still with us right now.
Well, let's be honest. If you're into 70s fever, then this was the show for you.
Surprisingly, you don't get this TV show on any streaming service now. I've watched a few episodes on YouTube recently, and it's just as funny as it was back then.
To be honest, I haven't searched for it on any streaming service, but I will now.
I can tell you won't find it. It's not there.
What, YouTube? You just told me.
It's not. Well, it's on YouTube, little bits, but it's not. You can't see the whole back catalog on Netflix or whichever streaming service you're using. It's a pity.
Well, I'll tell you to what. No, I'm not going to go there now because I'm going to give away the show. But when we do the answers, I'll tell you a weird thing about it. Question 2: which fashion accessory was inspired by the film Top Gun?
Oh, we were talking about this yesterday without giving the answer away. Some clever entrepreneur, because Top Gun Maverick is coming out in December. If you're ahead of the curve, you're going to actually have a warehouse full of these in anticipation of people going crazy when the movie comes out.
Top Gun was also great because it was one of those airlines that you didn't need much legroom because Tom Cruise is only like 5'2".
Yes.
So, but I wanted to be an F-14 pilot after I watched this. I don't know how you felt. No,
I wanted the fashion accessory.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wanted to be Kelly McGillis. What's her name?
Kelly McGillis.
McGillis.
You could still. She's a
Kelly McGillis.
Kelly McGillis. Not. Yes. So, which fashion accessory was inspired by the film Top Gun? Do you know it won an Oscar? Did you know that, Mark?
It won or not? Did it? Well, no,
Yes.
I did not know that. There you go.
Best,
You chappy
best
paper, you.
original song or something.
Yeah, Berlin. Take my breath away.
So there you go. There's hope for all of us. If
And
Top Gun
fans
wins
of
an Oscar-
Berlin actually felt that the band had sold out because that Take My Breath Away was a big commercial ballad, and they felt that wasn't the true sound of the band, and they were just selling out to the mass market.
Do you know what I in my early 20s I would have agreed, but like I'm 40 now, and I've got a mortgage to pay. I'll sell out. Okay, I'll sing. I would do a cover version of "Take My Breath Away" naked on the City Hall steps of Johannesburg. If
I don't know
if the money's right,
I don't know if they would pay the mortgage, my love.
probably. Would,
I think it'd
but
be
I
more
mean,
fun if you did Woodpecker from Space.
I've tried that one. Nobody paid. Well, as I say, I'm in my 40s now, so it's just Pecker from space.
Better be a warm day.
Hedge and trim.
Exactly. Oprah told me. That's why there's 2 inches.
Oh,
And on we go. Night Court, who starred Harry Anderson as a hip, somewhat eccentric judge, featured Richard Mole as the large bailiff. What was the character's name? Everybody should know this.
Oh, man, I love that show.
It was very cool.
Love that show. Dan the Prosecutor.
It was what's his name? John Larroquette.
John Larroquette. Do you remember the John Larroquette show? That was underrated.
Yeah.
That was
So Dan, as his role as Dan, he won an Emmy 4 years in a row, and he was nominated again for the 5th year. And he actually he asked him not to put his name on the list because he just said it's not fair for all the other people.
Oh wow!
Did he win it 4 years in a row? Though?
He won it 4 years in a row. And for the 5th year, he said, listen, guys, not me. He was the one who famously said, women, you can't live with them. You can't do most positions without them. That was Dan, the prosecutor in night court.
But just to clarify, we're not asking about Dan, the prosecutor.
No.
We're asking about Richard Mole, who was the large bailiff. And what was the character's name?
See, I was avoiding giving the answer to the questions. I was talking about all the other characters.
Yes, sure.
We don't need the full name. We can do the full name, but we actually only need the nickname, which is there.
Okay. We just need the nickname. I don't know if everybody heard that. Question 4. I would have totally rocked this motherfucker. Name 3 of the main Thundercats heroes.
This was actually pretty.
Now, one of my big issues in life is that I sometimes forget about the Thundercats. And then luckily we have the very big comedy quiz that brings it back to life for me.
Just remind me what the Thundercats were again.
Get out. Leave. How do you
No,
not
honestly.
know the Thundercats? So there was a thing that landed on another planet and then it burst open and then there were these cats, right? They were like human quality cats. And then there was I can't tell you too much because then I'll tell you what the names are.
I'm thinking of Thunderbirds. Thunderbirds was something else.
Thunderbirds was a whole other series. The Thundercats was amazing. And one was really strong and one was really quick. And then
the girl ones.
Well, the one of the girl ones was really quick.
And they had a little thing.
And then there was 2. There was one that was the leader's like little sidekick. And then there was 2 kids that were quite smart and quite funny. Oh. Actually, I would have rocked this next question as well because I was mad about airplanes in my younger days. Any aircraft for that matter. What kind of helicopter was Airwolf?
Oh, wow.
If you ask me about Airwolf now, I'm going to be very upset.
No, I remember Airwolf, but no.
I bumped into the lead guy. We were not going to mention names.
His name was Jean-Michel.
No, stop it. Don't say anything.
Oh, crap. It's as Tab said, I give away one answer every quiz. She didn't tell me that the next question is who was the lead.
So I bumped into the lead at we were on a day tour to Golden City in primary school, and there he was, and we were all like, "Oh my god!" It was the first famous person I'd ever seen in real life.
You know what really killed Airwolf for me? Now, most people would say when you watch it again recently, but what killed it for me was when Checkers bought it. You remember that thing?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So Airwolf was that like massive, like the helicopter in the mountain, and then it rose out of the mountain and then flew out and shot rockets at what was like, ironically, any problem could be solved by a helicopter in a mountain in that series, if you remember. Stringfellow Hawk, that was his name. And then he would like somebody had paid late on their debit order or some cuck. And then he would fly his helicopter out the mountain and he would kill them with rockets.
Wow. That's a bit insane.
Well, I mean, that was the premise of the series. It wasn't my fault. And then at some point, Clive Wheel was his name. Do you remember Clive Wheel?
Twally for Twally.
Yeah, that was the guy. Twally
for Twally.
He was the guy who owned Checkers, Clive Wheel. He was like this massive fat guy who he owned an entire retail string, but he didn't want to pay an actor to advertise his shit for it. So then he was like, we're buying Airwolf for $1 million. And then like we would stand outside and watch this traffic helicopter fly over. And it was Airwolf and we'd get all excited. And then I was like, but it's not shooting rockets anymore. It's just a cock helicopter.
Oh.
So, but what kind of helicopter was Airwolf? I hope there's a MacGyver question in here as well. Otherwise, I'm going to be super upset.
Well, then maybe you should have written them.
Damn it. All right. So question 6, if for those of you who are not paying attention, is speaking of which, I'm just reading the script. Speaking of which, who played the lead actor, Stringfellow Hawk? Street Cat. Speaking of which,
he's one of those. Carry on a third time. Try and get it right. Okay, go.
Speaking of which, who played the lead character, Stringfellow Hawk?
He's one of those where the photo floats around on the internet of what he looked like during the TV show and what he looks like now. And
Yeah,
it
he
ain't the
doesn't look right.
same.
Well,
No.
he's dead, so I don't think he'd look great at all.
But even before he died, I mean, he
Oh, did he
doesn't
die?
look-
I didn't know he died. Oh.
Yeah, I think it recently, like, I want to say like a year or two ago.
I feel like I want to give a bonus mark for anyone who can send us a voice note
Yeah, he died last year, the
With-
10th of February.
with the Airwolf tune. That's like
I've
a
got
fun
it here.
thing to do.
I've
No,
got it here.
no,
I've got all the. I've
Do
got all the.
it.
I've got
Do
all the
it, bro.
theme tunes
You
here. Hang
can
on a
get a bonus
sec.
point.
Okay, hang on.
Goodness me, he became
I've got
like
all
a
the. Hang on.
Oh.
Let me get. Hang on. That's me. Hang on.
He lost an egg.
Here we.
Does that not bring back Friday nights in the 80s?
Listen, I can do theme songs all night long. What theme? This for no points. What's
Yes.
this one?
Three's Company? The best part of that theme song is your eyes. What is
Benson.
that?
Benson.
Who?
Benson. Do you remember Benson?
Yes.
Oh, here's another one. Oh, you got me going. Oh. I can do this all night. Wait. I'm changing my mind. What TV show was this?
Here we are, face to face.
Blah, 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 blah. Name of the show.
Hoping to find we're two of a kind. Making it go, making it grow.
Different strokes?
No.
What was it called?
Silver
Perfect
Spoons.
Strangers.
Silver
Silver
Spoons.
Spoons. Okay. None
You were
of
too
those
young
are
for
the
that.
count?
You were too
Yeah,
young for
far
that.
too young. Play MacGyver.
There was no,
now.
there was no emotional connection now. So it's like, okay, move on.
No, you see, when you played Airwolf used to air on a Friday night, and Fridays were awesome because the weekend was coming up, and Airwolf was like my favorite program. And then I got very excited.
Okay, here
and
you go,
then
MacGyver. I'll fast forward a bit. Hang on. There you go. Okay. Anyway, sorry,
Yes.
we
Okay.
digress. Okay.
Didn't look good. But all right. So that was question
20
six.
to 10, 20 to 10. We're going to move on.
Who played the lead character in Airwolf, aka Stringfellow Hawk? What was the name of the actor? Question 7. Which 1983 film starring Jennifer Beals inadvertently began the ripped sweater craze?
This was a great movie. Great song. What a,
You know what we should have? I'm just going
what
to
a
ask the question
feeling.
again so people can think about it. Which 1983 film starring Jennifer Beals inadvertently began the ripped sweater craze? I'm just gonna. One of the questions we should have asked was, how many of the cast of the movie Fame went on to bigger and better things?
The main actress, the one teacher.
What were their names?
She's on Grey's Anatomy. She's a producer and everything now. What's her name?
Nobody can ever name the cast of the movie Fame, which I think is ironic as hell. Okay.
Oh, no.
Debbie Allen.
Leroy.
See?
Leroy was one of the. Leroy had the dreads.
Yes, but he died young.
We're gonna move on, guys.
He
Stop
died
Stop disproving my theories, please.
He died in 2003, but Debbie Allen's quite famous.
No, she's not.
She is.
No, she's not. Okay.
I don't know who she is.
You see? Chris Allen's sister. Question 8. It's 20 to 10. Question 8. Who reigned as the undisputed? This is a gimme. Who reigned as the undisputed world heavyweight champion from 1987 to 1990 and was the first heavyweight boxer to simultaneously hold the WBA, WBC, and IBF titles?
And he's about to fight a shark.
He will fight anything for money.
No,
Like
I'm
literally-
Googling. Hang on.
No, you're right. He
He
fight-
is. In about 2 weeks, he's fighting a shark, isn't he?
No, he's fighting another like irrelevant.
Oh, who am I thinking of that's going to fight a shark? But you're right. Yeah, he's.
No, I think it could be the guy he's going to fight is called the Shark or something like that.
Oh. I thought he was
No,
going
it's
to
true.
punch it.
You're absolute.
He's going to fight. He's going to do something weird.
No, you're 100%. Hang on,
Oh.
I'm just opening it up.
Look, he's going to do a boxing comeback. He's going to fight Roy Jones. But I
Yeah.
also read somewhere he's going to.
So the
Was
trick
it
is, by
Evander
the way,
Holyfield that's going to punch a shark? I don't know. Someone's going to punch a
No, no.
shark.
No, it's definitely this one. This guy.
if you ever do fight a shark, the thing they say you're supposed to do is you stick your fingers in its gills, right? And then if that doesn't work, then you poke it in the eye with your stump.
No, I'm right.
Mike
Mike Tyson to fight a great white shark.
Oh!
Oh, what did I do? Oh, did I give the answer
You gave
away?
the answer away.
There's always one.
So that was question 8.
We made it this far tonight.
Yeah.
Normally much earlier.
All right.
All right,
Okay,
but bonus
great
question. What is the name of this TV show?
Oh, we all know this one. And then
What
she
is it?
just gave the answer away.
What?
No, because we're. It's gonna be a
You know, we were
bonus
talking about
question.
bumper
That
stickers
chick's
earlier.
life was cock. Wherever she went, people got killed.
There was a
I've been
bumper
traveling-
sticker. All right,
I've
you
been
go.
traveling for years. Nobody's ever been murdered in my presence. She got somebody murdered in one place, Cabot Cove, every week.
Yeah, all the time. There was a bumper sticker because we were talking about bumper stickers earlier, and it was on the back of a pickup truck, of course, and it said, "That chick from Murder She Wrote gives me a Woody."
Well, I think all of us in our teens knocked one out
Oh, wow.
to Jessica Fletcher. Okay, question 9. Which larger-than-life police cadet was played by Bubba Smith in the Police Academy series?
Ah, the subtle humor, the sincere
humor.
tenderness of Police Academy 1 through 15.
I think, yes, just the Shakespearean, Shakespearean-esque writing. Miltonic. Yes.
Now, there's an extra bit of trivia. How many police academies were there?
I'm going to go 6. Was
Oh.
there 6?
I honestly feel there was. I mean, we're all. Am I allowed to Google because I'm not answering the questions?
You can Google.
Because you said-
Google away.
because you said no
This isn't even
Google.
a real question. But what we want to know while Mark's Googling this
I've got it. There
Is-
were 8.
is which larger-than-life police cadet was played by Bubba Smith in the Police Academy series? Do you think this is why every large bouncer-type dude from wherever is called Bubba?
Wasn't also in Forrest Gump. He had a
Yeah.
friend, Bubba. Bubba was in the shrimp business.
Yeah, but Bubba wasn't a massive man who would hurt you. Like, I remember that. Not that I went to nightclubs that weren't owned by you at all ever, but I remember going to 88, and he still works for the same owner, Alan Freeman's lovely man, and he had a bouncer called Bubba, and Bubba was like a very
It
persuasive
wasn't Bubba. It was
Bubba.
Bobo. Boba.
No, it was Bubba. Anyway, so we're down to our final note for note question. A song firstly made popular by these guys, but then it became popular for Luis Suarez. of Liverpool fame. Liverpool, who've recently won
Yeah.
the English Premier League and the European Super League, European Champions League, World Club Champions
I
competition.
was wondering how long it would take. Okay. Oh, hold on. Would help if I had volume.
So this is going to take a while.
Shut up. Done. We don't need
You
volume.
have to know this one.
Well, he gave it to us.
What do you mean he gave it to us?
Mark
No, I
gave
know.
it.
I don't mean Mark. I'm looking at the camera. You have to know this one.
We want more, which is a clue for the song title.
Well, I thought I gave a massive clue away.
I'll do it one more time.
Luis Suarez.
Oh,
Luis Suarez. Good. I'm going to tell you like a really cock story about the. I watched Liverpool at Wembley, and I actually tried to start this particular song. So even from that clue, you can hear it start da 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 da. Yeah. So Liverpool had just they'd gone 1-0 down to Everton, and it's a massive game for me. I paid like basically half a month's salary to watch them play this match. And so they've equalized. And so now I'm 4 rows from the back in a packed 90,000 Wembley arena. And I'm super excited. And Luis Suarez is equalized. So I start trying to sing the song. So I go da 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 da, completely oblivious to anything, just super excited. And some dude looks at me from like 10 rows down. And he kind of gets all excited because I'm singing the song. This is 100% true, by the way. And he goes, yeah. And he goes, da 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 da. And then within like seconds, the entire stadium erupts. Da 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 da. And everybody starts singing Ring of Fire, which is a completely different song. But technically, anyway,
Really funny.
That's
The Johnny Cash Foundation sued a company because they were using Ring of Fire for their hemorrhoid cream ad.
But yes,
Funny.
what a brilliant fit. Like there was one of your opposition DJs. There was a message on his show, which was one of the funniest radio moments ever for me. And some woman wanted to dedicate a song to her boyfriend, which was Meatloaf's "I Would Do Anything for Love, but I Won't Do That." And then he was like, "Okay, and here's a song that goes with that, I assume." And it was Johnny Cash's "Ring of Fire."
Oh, very funny.
All right, let's go through those questions again at lightning speed. B, Betty, Rue, and Estelle are more commonly known as what? Question 2. Which fashion accessory was inspired by the film Top Gun? Question 3. Night Court starred Harry Anderson as a hip, somewhat eccentric judge. That's got nothing to do with the question. It also featured Richard Mole as a large bailiff. What was the character's name? Question 4. Name 3 of the main Thundercat heroes. Note heroes, not villains. Question 5. What kind of helicopter was Airwolf? Question 6. Speaking of which, who played the lead character Stringfellow Hawk in Airwolf? Question 7. Which 1983 film starring Jennifer Beals inadvertently began the ripped sweater craze? Question 8. Who reigned as the undisputed world heavyweight champion from 1987 to 1990 and was the first heavyweight boxer to simultaneously hold the WBA, WBC, and IBF titles? Question 9. Which larger-than-life police cadet was played by Bubba Smith in the Police Academy series? And question 10, note for note question. Song title and artist. If you lived in the 80s and you do not know that one, you are dead inside. Okay.
Oh, we always played that one at 70s Fever. Anyway.
You had to because there were so many variations of it. And then there was the other one where the girls could sing, which we'll get to at question 10. B, Betty, Rue, and Estelle are more commonly known as the Golden Girls.
Hang on. I was going to play the theme tune.
Oh,
good.
Hang on. Are you ready? Here we go.
I'm ready.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again.
Oh, brilliant.
Heart is true.
I loved Rose with her Cthulhu and Saint Olaf stories.
No, it was brilliant. Like the comedic timing of Betty, and then
She's going to outlive us all. Like
and the raw sexuality of B. Arthur. Who could not love the Golden Girl? Betty White and B. Arthur. And
I mean,
okay.
Betty's about 94 now, isn't she?
And she's brilliant. She's got such a sense of humor.
Question 2: which
Sexy
fashion
minx.
accessory was sponsored by the film Top Gun? It was. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna stand up quickly.
What are you doing? You're farting.
No, I'm enjoying a cramp in my hamstring.
Oh.
It was. Sorry, you just carry on there, Mark.
Oh, okay. The question was where I wasn't following where you were, but I'll find the spot on my piece of paper. Hang on a second. Oh, which fashion accessory was inspired by the film Top Gun? The Ray-Ban aviators.
There we go.
We're all
The
going to be
Ray-Ban
wearing them.
aviators.
Going to be wearing them this Christmas.
Yeah, that was fun. A little cramp in my hamstring, as one does on a Friday night. Yeah, Ray-Ban aviators. They actually gave them to the Joburg Traffic Department, but the mirror was on the inside, so they could see people behind.
I actually do laugh at your jokes once in a while.
Did I expose a bit of crack as I stood up there? Thank you, Eric. As well. Yes. So, question 3. Night Court starred blah, 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 blah. It also featured Richard Mole as the Large Bailiff. What was the character's name?
Wait, hang on. Wait.
Oh, yeah.
This was, if I recall, it was on TV4.
I loved it. It's so good.
Mm.
Do you remember TV4? That's how old we are.
My first ever TV experience was I was a contestant on Cupid, the dating show, on TV4, and I've actually got the logo. It'll take me two minutes. The TV4 logo. Still got
my
it.
word.
She picked me, by the way. We went on a date.
She picked you. Did you go on a date? Did you marry?
No, but a week later, I did go to her wedding. She married. Oh, true story. She married her fiance. She went on the show to get the ring. Because the girl's got a ring and the guy's got a watch. And you were talking about your first ever experience with a celebrity, or was it Tabitha? That was my first ever experience with a celebrity because while we were filming Cupid, and it's the first time I'd ever been on TV, that's when I fell in love with TV, I met Patricia Lewis. She did a cameo appearance. She had to give me the gold watch, and I was so excited. I looked at those hair extensions thinking, my God, she's lovely. And I still said to her, can I have a kiss? And she whispered in my ear, yeah. That was my experience with Patricia.
Good old Patricia.
Old Patsy, hey?
We had a lovely time on MasterChef. She's a lovely lady.
No, she is. I mean, I bumped into her at Zimbabwe, and I actually, her being an estate agent there for the last couple of years, and I bumped into her on the beach, and I actually told her the story, and we actually had a good laugh about it. But that was my first celeb encounter.
Did you have to buy a house?
No, but she wanted to give me some hair extensions.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, so have I given the answer? His name was Aristotle Nostradamus Bull Shannon, but we will accept Bull. Bull's a good answer. Name 3 of the main Thundercat heroes. Thunder. Do you never watch Thundercats, Mark?
It means nothing to me.
Lino, Panthro, Jaeger, Tigra, Wily Cat, Wily Kit, Bengali, Chitara, and Snarf.
Snarf. That was a little thing.
There was a cat called Snarf. I'm just putting it out there.
I'm as emotionally disconnected with Thundercats as you were when I played the Benson TV theme.
No, I love Benson. I love Benson.
What was the one you were emotionally disconnected with? There was one where you're just there.
No, that was a
Can't
different
remember.
one.
Okay.
Something else. What kind of helicopter was Airwolf? It was a Bell 222.
Did I play the Airwolf theme? We're playing
You
themes all
did, but
night.
you can again. You can again.
Oh, I can't find it now.
Santini Air, and then that was his partner, and then which is amazing. Like the amount of shit you can solve with an attack helicopter.
What was this?
It's Knight Rider, that's all it is. That is, I mean, what was his name? Punjabi MC still turned that into an awesome song.
Yeah, I've got that on my system. Yeah,
yeah,
no, I've got it.
It was Buster Rhymes, Fired Up.
And
They all used that.
Panja, hang on, Munda. I've got my box of classics with me. Hang on a second. Here we go. Oh no, I'm going to play this one. It's coming. It's this one.
Did it. It's also a Knight Rider song.
It's coming. This is the song, Punjabi.
Yes. The bass line kicks in soon.
Oh wait, it's going to say it one more time. I've got my box of classics here with me.
It does take a while to get into the.
We may have to do a sequel at this rate.
Did it.
Listen,
Did it.
I want to do. We've got to do a TV theme night.
We should. And we could actually use all of these things that you're giving away for free right now. But it's fine. So but we're we're on question 6. We're still doing the answers.
We've got 3 minutes.
Who played the lead character in Airwolf's Stringfellow Hawk? It was Jean-Michael Vincent. And luckily I didn't give that full name away. Jean-Michael Vincent. Question 7. Which 1983 film starring Jennifer Beals inadvertently began the ripped sweater craze? It was Flashdance. Was this the theme for Flashdance?
Yeah, Flashdance. Are in Cara. Anyway, I'll stop. Okay. My box of classics on this. We can have a good evening. Okay, go.
Like Flashdance for me is when you like lift up your shirt.
No, very different.
I can.
Oh no! No one needed
Flashdance.
that. No one needed that.
You need a big leg warmer for that.
Who reigned as the undisputed world heavyweight champion from 1987 to 1990? And he was also the only boxer to hold the WBA, WBC, IBF, and other acronym titles simultaneously. What was his name? It was Mike Tyson. He's going to be fighting a shark. For those of you who didn't
put the link in the comment section.
Get it when Mark said his name out loud. We actually gave 2 answers away this round. You won, me one. It's fine. Which larger-than-life police cadet was played by Bubba Smith in the Police Academy? It was Cadet Moses Hightower.
Jeez, I would never have got that.
Now the
this one.
Luis Suarez.
It's not Luis Suarez. Okay, you ready?
Yeah. His name is Luis Suarez. He wears the French tread. We walk together, walking down the street. And I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough.
And this is for Phil, who's playing the game. He'll remember this. Depeche Mode, Just Can't Get Enough, mixes so nicely into your rhythmic Sweet Dreams.
Oh,
it's a little DJ thing. Certain songs go together; those two go together nicely.
And for all the particularly witty people out there, the
Sorry,
ladies
hang on.
used to sing.
Oh, hang on. Alexa, switch on the entertainment light. Thank you.
Ah, yeah.
Okay. So,
Um,
10 o'clock, she
so-
switched
so-
the lights off.
The ladies used to sing, if I do recall, I just can't get a muff, which is quite clever because it sounds a lot like I just can't get enough.
Eric has got other lyrics.
What? I just can't get it up. I don't have that problem, Eric. But yes, I do recall the lady singing, I just can't get a muff. Shortly before they sang along to the famous song, I Touch Myself at 70s Fever.
Oh, good times.
Which is also a fabulous song for any DJ to play because that was quite nice. That's the one.
Okay, I'll stop.
Okay, so that round was out of 13. Add up your score. Let us know how you did. I can give you the Luis Suarez lyrics, although they're now redundant because he plays for Barcelona and it doesn't really matter anymore. He's a bit of a twat now.
Oh,
Let's be honest, he always was. But we liked him better when he was at Liverpool.
you're so badly behaved.
Oh, so just for those of you who missed it, it was Depeche Mode. I just can't get enough. Actually, one of my favorites. That era of theirs was brilliant.
I don't do an 80s set without playing Depeche Mode. Just can't get enough. It's one of those iconic ones.
But they had so many other great songs in that era. All I Want to Do Is See You Again, Master and Servant. What's that other one? There was a gothic industrial band who stole the. I'm trying to think of the name of the song. They stole the intro to it and everything. Anyway,
That one, yes.
what a brilliant band.
Okay.
Love Depeche Mode.
I'm busy pulling up the scores.
We're gonna get the scores.
We're missing
But
a
also,
few.
how many people did we have tonight?
Okay, so we've got 13 teams on tonight.
So do we need Mark to choose a number
However,
between?
I need to just, because it has to be a Ramburg-based or Joburg-based bunch. So
once again, thank you very much to She Cooks for sponsoring this evening's quiz. There's a fabulous prize that I've completely, very professional this, dude.
It was vegetarian pies.
Well, there was two vegetarian, which was spinach and feta, because no expense spared. So there was four pies in total, 2 beef trinchata, 2 spinach and feta, and then a liter of minestrone soup. So She Cooks has been an absolute godsend during this sort of weird lockdown / back to work period. For anybody who wants a delicious home cooked meal but is struggling a bit with time, She Cooked will give you frozen meals that you can just warm up in your oven, and they're amazing.
okay, so
Did I say she cooked?
She Cooks.
She cooks. She cooked is a different thing. She
So-
cooked is an escort service. You get a completely different pie. It's not vegetarian. It's in fact it's a fish pie.
Fish pie.
In fact, she actually does do a.
She does do a fish pie. She
Anyway,
really does, actually.
She does. She does.
I can
Okay.
vouch for them. They're delicious. We've been
And you
eating them
thought
all
she was just paying lip service.
Stop it. I'm already in enough cock as it is. But anyway.
Okay, so Mark, we've got a few contestants that qualify for the She Cooks.
Give us your favorite number between 1 and 10.
10 and 20.
Between 10 and 20.
Between 10 and 20. 13.
Yeah. What's it?
13.
13. That was awfully quick, and it's an unlucky number. Are you sure you're not
No, that's
a
fine.
devil
We'll go with
worshiper?
13. That's fine. Good.
That's my final answer.
Alrighty.
I'm not sure how Tabs has made that draw random using the number 13, but
Because there's only a certain number.
she does have a system. So please believe in that. If you strongly want to object to it, you have far too much time on your hands, and you should really reconsider your life. Okay. Wow. In third place, with a score of 27, it's Phil Fairlane and the fam. Well done, Phil.
Yay!
Well done, Philly.
He hasn't spoken to you in 22 years, and here he is getting third prize. Phil, as a prize for third place, next time you see Mark playing at a gig, you are allowed to request one song as long as it comes from the 80s. So Mark will look at you and be like, I can't hear you, sorry. But you can.
What's going to be interesting is that his family now, his wife's going to go, what? You DJ'd in a nightclub? Tell me about that part of your life I didn't know about.
70s fever, there was shooters. In second place with a score of 32 is Team Here for the Beer. Now, Team Here for the Beer, well done, you guys. As a prize for you actually, next time you see Mark at a gig, you can request a song and he may actually play it. He will hear you out, and the odds are good he'll play it. And in first place...
Wait. Don't mention the name. Wait. Hang on. Are you ready? Wait.
Yes.
This is my winner's walk-up music as you announce the winner.
Oh, okay.
Go.
And the winners of the first prize of the Very Big Comedy Quiz 20...
Shut up.
Oh, that's it.
It's already up. I've put the banner up.
24 July edition. Our Team Swim for Sadie. Congratulations. Team Swim for Sadie. You are the proud winners of a massive, absolutely huge, when Mark is on Hot 919 on Monday morning, he will in fact be thinking of you constantly. He won't say it out loud, but you'll know that he's... I'm not sure what just happened there. But anyway, congratulations, Team Swim for Sadie. Phil has actually put in a request, Mark, and I'm not going to deny him because it's one of my favorite 80s tracks. It's Tarzan Boy. Whoa, oh. So we're actually going to play after that. We're going to play after that. How can you not like this song?
Wow.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for joining us for the Very Big Comedy Quiz tonight. We really appreciate having you here. Thank you, Mark, for being the co-host.
It's been so much fun. Thank you.
We're very excited to have
Helen Dubois.
Helen Dubois will be joining us from Ireland. You see, it's a Hot 919 theme here. No, she was on Mix.
She was on Mix.
That's it.
But we did work together because she was on Celebrity Big Brother when I was doing the Big Brother shows.
Did you get in the jacuzzi with her?
No.
Okay, we'll talk after the broadcast. Anyway, so thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you on Tuesday with Helen Dubois. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye, everybody.